Because if we stick with the legacy, we're a bit restricted in where we put our money. We must forge our own path. I think that is a beautiful idea. The Cromwells have died. That is true. They have perished and probably decomposed. One person be named the Sun God Jeff. Well, we could name that. How about the Sun God J? Is that sufficient? The Sun God. Okay. So, the Sun God. We could do this for the main character. However, we could also have it be someone else. I think I want the Sun God to be our main character. I think having Raw as a trail leader is probably the best situation you want to be in. And so that leaves us with 3 new names to do. We have Sprock 3. Oddtails, are you still here, buddy? I don't think he's still here. It doesn't matter. That's true. We must have Oddtails. You're absolutely right. I was gonna say the same thing. So we have Oddtails. How about PP Small? And then who will round out our family? Who is the last one remaining? We could name them Carlos as a kind of send-off to our friend we lost along the way. Both in-game as well as in chat. Two Oddtails? Are you suggesting not 1 but 2 Oddtails? We could do 2 Oddtails. I gotta listen to the stream in my house. Well, that sounds perfect. We'll do it in Mar. I can't do a heart. Mar, love you. We'll just stick with Mar. I don't want to be weird to someone I don't really know. Are these named correct? Yes. And so here we are, once again, confronted by the calendar. Which month should we leave? March, April, May, June, July. So, thus far, we've left in March and June. March and June. This is my 4th finger, not my middle one. It's okay. So I'm thinking either April, May, or July. I think that's our best bet. It's hard to choose, though. That being said, I'm kind of leaning towards April. That's what I'm leaning towards right now. May? May? Well, we may do that. So we have $800 in cash. We don't have to spend it all right now, but we will. So here's the fun part. What drives the Sun God? When you think of the Sun God Ra, do you think, oh, this guy loves oxen? Or do you think, oh, this guy, he's got kind of a weird fetish for spare parts? Sun God Ra is driven by fine sacrifices. Okay. So fine clothing and food. Excellent. Very good suggestion. Which leads us to, how many oxen should we attain? No longer are we constrained or constricted by our oxen love / unhealthy and of dubious ethical concerns obsession. Exactly as much of everything else as required. Okay. In that case, let's get 3 yoke. 10 boxes. 5 boxes. No. 6 boxes. Spare parts. 3, 3, and 3. So now we have 578 smackaroonies. $1 dues, in fact. So are we going for an even split on food and clothing? Or do we have a slight preference? What's the power ranking to the Sun God Ra? Is food and clothing both number 1? Or is food number 1 and clothing number 2, or vice versa? I'm thinking. It'll be as fine as it takes longer. Excellent point. Excellent point. Okay. We have 578. So let's spend a good 300. No. 350? 350 sounds good. So that's 35 sets of clothing. Smart. And then the rest, well, let's see. 20 cents a pound. How many pounds do we want? How about 200? Nothing. How about 1,000? We can get a little bit more. 1,080. I think this is good. That looks good. We have some money left over, but that's fine. That just means we have more to spend later. Let's see, we could talk to people. Let's talk. Let's chat people up. A trader named Jim tells you, better take extra sets of clothing, train the Indian with fresh vegetables. Oh, we've seen this. Get out of here, Jim. Let someone else new talk. Me, another emigrant who wants 1 wagon wheel. She will trade you 57 bullets. No. You know what? Why are you even bothering with this? All we care about is pace and rations. So if I'm the Sun God Ra, personally, I'm not caring too much about mortal desires or constraints such as health, hunger, exhaustion. So I would probably crank them both up to maximum. I don't know though. Because no, that does make sense. That does make sense. I think we're gonna go for it. So we're gonna go grueling pace, rations, but can a god, as a god, even overindulge in food? You know what? I like that. That's good. And you push your servants as hard as you can. And so the trail begins anew. One of the oxen's injured. We press on! Alright. Very cute. Let's see. Let's talk. A ferry operator tells you, don't try to ford any river. But I ignore him and smite him. No one wants to trade with you today. I find that very impossible to believe. I think, honestly, we just keep on going. We keep trucking. You must cross the river in order to continue. 4.5 feet deep in the middle. So this seems to me like Culkin weather. Is 4.5 feet Culkin? Does this situation call for a Culk? Maybe 2? Yep. Well, there we go. Caulking is above 2.5. It'd be good for me to keep that in mind, thank you. You had no trouble floating the wagon across. No, duh. For I am Sun God Ra. Stop. And thus we begin our trek once more. You find wild fruit. Okay. Alright, let's look around. Yeah, that's really nice and all, but I need to talk. Fire leader heading east tells you, We've had enough. Pesky flies all day, mosquitoes all night, sail the bacon, sun, oceans of mud. Sometimes both. Worry over Indians attacking. Haven't seen it yet, but still a worry. Okay, we've talked to that guy before. That was all of my precious breath that I wasted. We had an emigrant who wants one set of clothing. He will trade you 56 bullets. Are you willing to trade? Hell no. And if I had my godly powers, I would smite you where you once stood. But for now, I think all is well. All is good. Let's continue. Wait. If we are indeed the sun deity Ra, although we don't need rest ourselves, in a way it is indulgence. And considering our proclivity to indulgences in both food as well as clothing, perhaps a rest may be in order. Although perhaps that rest may be able to wait until next stop. Truly, this is a Sisyphean situation. We rest at every opportunity. You know what? That is a happy comparison, a happy medium. How many days should we rest? So if we're resting at every opportunity, some may say that it makes sense to rest only one day because, hey, buddy, that's a lot of resting. But the smart person would say 4. And look at that. Once per opportunity, 4 days. Beautiful. And as foretold in prophecy, we rested 4 days. And back on the dusty trail we go. Oh, wait. No, we don't. 2.9 feet. It's Colkin time. Yeah, that's right. Let's go. Yeah. All right. So here we are. I've noticed that we have not been able to hunt. However, that is not an issue. For we are well prepared. No one wants to trade with you today. I guess our godly presence is too intimidating. Big Louie tells you something we already know. Do we want any supplies? Well, we have 12 bucks. And I'm seeing some food. And you know I need some. There we go. I think that's good. And so now we also must rest for 4 days. And you know, I think we are ready to go. And just like that, we return to the trail. Oh, one second, you pass a gravestone. Or a grave site, we'd like to take a closer look. Yeesh. Here lies Reginald. Clothe a man to drink, but clothe a man to water, but no make drink. Truly, these are words of wisdom, words to live by, words that I am currently going to crop so I can post later on Discord and Twitter. Alright, and thus, already much better than Reginald. I don't understand why you are surprised, my friend. The sun god Ra would obviously be superior. I think also, ooh, wild fruit. But yes, I agree. It is kind of staggering. Ooh, we could hunt. So, this raises an interesting prospect. Is the sun god Ra much of a hunter? Let's check our supplies real quick. So right now we have 800 pounds of food. That's enough for probably 1 or 2 days. 6 oxen, 35 sets of clothing, 120 bullets. The sun god Ra does not hunt. I think that's true. Yet, let me offer this simple and feeble argument. We're in a position of extreme indulgence, overindulgence, some would say, gluttony, in fact, of food. We have no need to hunt. There is no need to hunt. We have no need for further food. Which means that hunting would provide an avenue of indulgence. Now, obviously the sun god Ra does enjoy indulging himself, but does that only... Let me think of how to phrase this. A bag 15 buffalo you can't carry. You got me. You called my bluff. Alright, let's continue. Sorry about that. Thanks for setting me straight. You called my bluff. I can't contend with that. Spook. Oh. So, Sprock 3 has a century. Now, obviously, Sun God Ra has 3 other individuals besides Sprock 3 that could uphold the mantle of worker. So there is an argument to be made that we should, if we are indeed the Sun God Ra, which we are, forge onward. And if Sprock 3 dies of the century, so be it. Let him die? Well. If Sprock Man himself makes a claim, then who am I to say otherwise? Wrong trail, lose 5 days. Okay. No. Onward to brighter pastures and less... Oh. Eek. Alright. He dies, he moves on to our divine heavens. What a good point. What a good point. Alonzo Delano tells you, about noon yesterday, came inside of Chimney Rock, looming up in the distance like the lofty towers in town. We were not tired gazing on it. It was about 20 miles from us. Stayed in sight till we reached it today. Thank you for sharing your brave story, Alonzo. So, of course, let's look for trade. No one wants to trade. Same as it ever was. But we will stop and rest for 4 days and 4 nights. I guess maybe 3 nights. So let's do some review. Right now, the weather is hot. Good. I love it. Our health is good. Our pace, grueling. And our rations, filling. Now, if you came up to me and told me those 4 things, you know what I would say? Why, I would say, continue on the trail, my friend. It seems like you've got nothing but good days and happy times ahead of you. And I think that's something that Sun God Ra would agree with. And thus we forge onward. And hopefully Sprock 3 grows up and gets over his dysentery. There we go. And just like that, we have found Fort Laramie. Let's see, let's talk. A mailman tells you, these greenhorns heading across the Rockies know nothing about surviving in the mountains. It gets awful cold up there, even in summer. Many a traveler crossing the mountains too late in the year have gotten snowbound and died. It's good. It's impactful. Well, you know, after hearing such a moving tale, let's rest for 4 days to recover. And then forge onward. For the weather is hot and the health is good. Anything else is water under the bridge. Or some other idiom. Very little water One of the oxen have died. Good. More room for clothes. Loose trail, lose 5 days. Okay, good. Eat. So I don't know if you remember. Let's check. Right now we are at Independence Rock. Here. And to my knowledge, Thaddeus died somewhere between Soda Springs and Fort Bridger. I would say probably around here-ish. So we're almost there. I think we're doing well. But we do need... Okay. Alright. Young boy tells you something that we've already known. Well, we still have to rest. I think... So we love to eat. That much is well known, well established in the Oregon Trail canon. However, let's check our supplies real quick. Right now we have 140 pounds of food left. Does it make much sense to continue onward, knowing full well that we may not be able to get more food for a while? The next opportunity. And so the prophecy has been foretold, and we will continue onwards. Purchase food here. Oh. Yeah. Okay, let's try and talk to people. No one wants to trade with me. Come on. Help me. Young girl tells you,
my father's very sick, and we are resting here until he gets better. We have been pushing too hard, and our health has suffered. When my father is able to travel again, we'll go at a slow pace.
Well met. Whew boy. I did not know that purchasing pounds of food was an option there. Right now we have 50 pounds left. More than enough. So I think for right now, let's go ahead and rest for 4 days and 4 nights. And then set onward. Ooh. So we can either head for Green River Crossing or head for Fort Bridger. Let's see the map real quick. Fort Bridger. Fort Bridger? I didn't even... Where's Green River? Green River's not even on the map. But it doesn't matter because Fort Bridger is our go-to. We found wild fruit, which lasted us another whole day. Out of food and inadequate grass will not stop us. Oh, whoops, I forgot country roads. Must always pay respects. You are absolutely right. I don't know why I ever thought that was not the case. Okay, so we have 5 cents, and that's good. 5 cents can get you a lot this day and age, but not many pounds of food. So let's attempt to trade. What's one wagon tongue? He will trade you 1 set of clothing. Of course, yes, I need clothing. Let's trade again. No one wants to trade with you today, so be it. I'm going to wants 1 wagon wheel. He will trade you 33 pounds of food. Are you serious? You get a huge yee from me. Alright. I think that's good. So we're gonna rest for 4 days. And then I think we'll be ready. Let's check supplies real quick. So we have 0... we have 0 food, which is a good thing. And I think we're just gonna go. We need to make our way to Thaddeus. At least that far. For though we have no blood relationship to Thaddeus, philosophically, he is kin to the sun god Ra. Mar has a century. So be it. Indians help find food. Very little water. No worries, we have food. Inadequate quests. No one cares. Have we found it? Yes. We've done it. Friends, enemies, relatives, and anyone in between. We have made it to Thaddeus, a man who loved nudity and oxen equally. Beautiful. I remember living the life of Thaddeus, leading him on his delusional and never-ending trail to find more oxen to cuddle. And though he was limited by 20 oxen, he did and died. Happily. Probably. Unfortunately, we cannot clothe him, so he will remain nude. But we will now forge our own trail onward. Soda Springs. We've made it. Yee. And so now, we can talk. Miles Hendrick tells you, I've heard it said that there are many cutoffs to take to shorten the journey. That by taking all the shortcuts, you can save many days on the trail. And why not? Saving time and provisions, worth the risk. Well said. Well met. Let's try and trade. You mean another immigrant who wants 167 pounds of food? My goodness, what a greedy man. We have no food. She will trade you 23 pounds of food. Of course, yes. Always and forever. So, I just realized resting does take food. Fortunately. So we need to get more food. Trade wants 1 set of clothing. He will trade you 57 bullets. No. Last one. He'll trade you 1 wagon wheel. Absolutely not. Well, with 0 pounds of food and very poor health, we forge onward, hoping one day to reach a place of hunting grounds or wild fruit. Okay. Let's see. So what supplies can we buy? We have no money. we can attempt to trade. Here, let's make the smart choice and rest for 4 days first. As is customary. Now, no. Let's see. He wants 2 wagon tongues. He'll trade you 1 ox. Now, if I were Thaddeus, I would take this. But right now, no. I want food and clothing, baby. Sprock 3 has typhoid. Perfect. Yes. What is that yes in regards to? We want 1 wagon wheel. He will trade you 1 set of clothing. Yes. We have like 2 oxes. We have 5 oxes. We have 5 oxes. But it's too late. Yes. It's unfortunate. Mar has typhoid. Well. Mar has died. Oh, no. Tragedy has befallen the camp of Sun God Ra. Let's try 1 more. No. Oh well. We forge our own trail. Food or no food? Food. For nature will provide us all we need and all we could want. A thief comes during the night and steals 5 oxen. You are unable to continue the journey. You have no oxen to pull your wagon. Alright. Well, this is a interesting predicament. Let's hunt for food! Okay. Well, I think we've spun... Okay. That's okay. So, let's see. You mean an immigrant who trades wants 55 pounds of food. She will trade you 1. No. So right now, well, of course we need to stop and rest for 4 days. I think we can go hunting again. There we go. Okay. I don't know about this. Alright. Let's continue. No one wants to trade with me. That's okay. No. We right now need an ox. We need an ox. No. 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 One set of clothing. Yes. Good. We've made a good trade. Okay. Wait, no, we want... Someone told me, when we were doing that trade. Hey! I apologize. Usually my stream latency isn't that bad, but I guess it wasn't fast enough. No. 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 1 ox. Yee! We did it, baby. We got 1 ox. We have no food, no axles, and no wheels. But honey, we got oxen. In this day and age, that's really more than you could hope for. Okay, now we just wait. Good. Hey, die. Good, thank you. Okay. This should be okay. Yeehaw! 360 no scope. Good. I think we're good to go. No some nights. We need to keep them thematically consistent here. Bad water. Alright, good. We could repair a wagon wheel. I don't think we had an extra. Well, here's your tragic tale. So Odd Tails has typhoid. Oh no, I shouldn't have skipped that because we haven't seen that in a while. So let's start by resting. For 4 days and 4 nights. PP Small has a fever, that's okay, he can rest it off. Odd Tails has died. That's a bad loss. But hopefully PP Smalls can hang tough. Okay. He'll treat you one wagon wheel. No. Absolutely not. I think, honestly, so we have 0 pounds of food left. And, almost nobody trades food. I think we're just gonna go. You must cross a river. Okay. So 6.6 feet deep. This is primo Culkin time. But PP Smalls died. A tragic loss. A person that we will not soon forget. And yet, I have already forgotten them. Let's go. Sproctrius cholera. Rub some dirt in it. You'll be fine. Don't worry. Sproctrius died. No. Rough trail. You could say that again. The sun god has typhoid? Impossible. The sun god has died. Oh no. That's not Gucci at all. We gave it our best shot. I think we ran into a tough patch there, but in the end, we gave it a good shot, and I think that's all that matters. So, what will our epitaph be? Here lies the sun god. Here lies the sun god. Powerful words, potent words, sexy words, in fact. I don't know. You know, I'm in the exact same situation. I've drank far too much wine. It's hard. It really is difficult to really describe the legacy that we leave behind as a sun god Ra. But we should at least give it a shot. I think that the sun god Ra deserves that much at least. How can we commemorate the sun god Ra with mere words? You are so damn right, it hurts me. Physically, I am in pain. The potency of those words cannot be understated. And yet, I feel like the sun god Ra would want their legacy to be immortalized. Despite the shortcomings of mortal words, the sun god Ra's legacy should not be forgotten. Dead, not forgotten. Joke's on you, this is a servant. You know what? That's even better. Joke's on you, this is a servant. No. Beautiful. A proper send-off. West Virginia. All right. I'm gonna crop this. All right. I think I love the side this game is on.